You ever thought about retirement? Like real retirement? Like that thing way off in the future that you're planning and working very hard for? You ever really thought about it? I'm here to break it down. Let's just say that perhaps you're a middle class man, you just got out of college, you're making 40, 50, $60,000 a year, and you're saving up for retirement. Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's say for 10 years that you're working, 10 years, you don't spend any money at all, and you save your entire salary. You just saved $500,000, and that's in the bank. Let's say, okay, man, I'm about to retire off that. That's a lot of money, right? Don't be so sure. Without a source of income consistently, a big chunk of money can get really small, really fast. I'll explain. It's eating. If you spend $3 a day for each meal, $3 for breakfast, $3 for lunch, $3 for dinner, it's $9 a day, equating to about $3,000 a year just for eating. For $3, you guys spend $9 a day on coffee and donuts. Now that's for each meal. I'm being very generous just to spend $3. You're for $3,000. Maybe I believe the exact number is $3,250. So $3,200, $250 that you're spending. Times that by 30 years, you're spending $98,500. You're spending $100,000 to survive, to live off of food, just food. That $500 just dropped down to $400,000. Crazy, right? We got more bills. What about electricity, energy? You know, stuff that keeps your lights on, gas, AC, heat, things like that. Most of y'all pay $150 a month if you're living in a house for electricity, and $150 a month if you're living in a house for energy bill. That's being generous. So let's just say altogether, you're spending $200 a month on electricity and energy. In that scheme, over a year times 30 years, you just spent $72,000 on keeping your house cool or warm or turning the light on when you get home. $72,000. That's almost another $100,000. That 400 just dropped down to 300. Phone and internet. Everybody loves the phone. Everybody loves the internet. Now, some people can get away with spending $20 to $30 a month for a phone. Others spend over $100 a month for a phone, not to include internet. So let's cut both of those in half, call it $50 and $50 each. That's $100 a month right there for phone and internet. Over a course of a year, over a course of 30 years, you're gonna spend $36,000 on phone and internet. So if you take that first number, that second number that I just said, 72,000, and this number at 36,000, that's $100,000. You're $200,000 down out of your savings. You haven't worked. You're not planning on working. You're not gonna work. $200,000 of your $500,000 is gone, and all you did was eat some food, turn the light on, and make a phone call to your sister. Ridiculous, right? We're still not done. What about the dreaded insurance? I never really liked insurance. You're paying for something over a long period of time, hoping that you never have to use it, but when you do use it, it increases. Doesn't make sense to me. Let's use the three of them that almost everybody uses. Car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, especially at that age. Car insurance, ballpark, $100. I've seen people pay $200 a month. I've seen people pay $40 a month. It's ridiculous. We'll ballpark it at $100. I looked up the average premium for health insurance, $286 a month for one person. Just ripped it $86 a month off. We'll call it $200. That's $200 plus your $100 for car insurance. That's $300. Now, life insurance that most people don't get until they're really old, you might get away with spending $50 a month on that. $350 a month on insurance. On insurance. I haven't even talked about renter's insurance, this insurance, that insurance, and some health insurances don't pay for dental and they don't pay for optical. So let's just give it at $350 a month. Over a course of a year, over a course of 30 years, you're spending $126,000 $1,000. You might never go to the doctor, you might never get in a car crash, but you're still spending $126,000. That 500 is, and most of y'all are probably thinking, hey, what about, the cost of living, your rent, your mortgage? I'm not even gonna bring that in, because if I did, the average rent, what, $1,000 maybe? Rent, mortgage for a house, a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom house or apartment, you're gonna spend $1,000. Let's just call it $800. And to show you I haven't been making any of these numbers up, I'm gonna put it on the calculator here. So you spend $800 a month for rent. And notice that I didn't put this in here. This is not part of the equation. You spend $800 a month per rent times 12 months. So in a year, you're spending almost 10 grand, $9,600. In 30 years, or times this by 30, times 30, you're going to spend $288,000 a month if you're paying rent or mortgage somewhere. Guess what? You gotta get a job, my friend, because you don't have any savings. I'm not doing this to scare you guys, but if retirement is the end goal and you don't plan on working, think about your future. Make your money that you put in the bank, make more money for you. Invest it. Think about taxes, bonds, savings, and stuff like that. And if the retirement life isn't really for you, create a business. Have a service or a product that you're willing to sell and that you're willing to work for until you're 60, 70, 80. You gotta really, really, really think about this. If you saved your salary for 10 years, $500,000, it wouldn't be enough to pay for you to live. Think about the bigger picture, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give a thumbs up, that would be great. And if you want to see more videos, subscribe and leave a comment, and I might make a video off of what you said. Peace.